Hello students, how are you? I'm sure we are continue staying safe and making sure we adhere to all the rules and regulations concerning COVID-19 pandemic. Now you're listening to your physical and health education teacher, Mrs. Judith Izudo, and the topic we have today is swimming, which is one of the examples of aquatic sports. Now the objectives of the lesson, we're going to go through them. Number one, at the end of the lesson, students should be able to, 1, define aquatic sports, 2, mention example of aquatic sports, 3, write 5 swimming styles, 4, list 5 life-saving devices, 5, write 10 safety tips in swimming. Now, the topic we have for today really, like I said before, swimming, is one of the examples of aquatic sports and is performed in the swimming pool. It can also be performed in natural swimming, natural flowing stream like river and stream and so on and so forth. Now, what is actually aquatic sports? What do we understand by the word aquatic? Aquatic is anything that concerns water. So aquatics activities are those activities that can be performed in water. And right now we have them on the board. We have number 1 like swimming, we have today, we have diving, we have water polo, we have canoeing, we have water skiing, we have monopoly game, and so on and so forth. Now we're going to look at the fundamental water skills. Now these fundamental water skills goes like this: 1, adjusting in water, breathing, propulsion, and buoyancy. Now when we swim, it's not everybody that can swim, but for beginners must learn how to adjust in water. What do they do first? What they do is to get into water, especially the shallow place, have the feel of water, touch water, and see that water does not kill and all whatnot, and so on and so forth. So getting used to water, that is what we term adjusting in water. And then the second one, we talk about breathing. Now when you swim, some people think that when you are swimming you cannot breathe. No, there must be a device in which you swim and breathe. And then we have the third one, we have propulsion. What is propulsion? Propulsion is movement in water. When you're in water and you're just there in water, you will get down. But while you're in water and you're making leg movement and hand movement, you definitely propel. Then we have buoyancy. What is buoyancy? Buoyancy is trying to get afloat in water. And then we move straight on to basic swimming styles. We have the basic swimming styles, and these are the styles that are used in swimming. Number 1, we have the front crawl, the back crawl, the side stroke, the butterfly stroke, and the breaststroke. And so we're going to look at what each of these styles is all about. Now we're going to look at the first one, front crawl. The front crawl is a swimming style in which the arms are moved alternately over the head, accompanied by a flutter kick to propel the swimmer forward. It is also known as the fastest swimming style. Now the second one, which is the back crawl, is a type of swimming style that uses alternate and opposite arm movements, while the legs perform flutter kicks similar to that one used in front crawl. The third one is the side stroke. The side stroke is performed by the swimmer lying sideways in water and thrusts the arms forward and down and downwards. Side stroke is helpful in life-saving device or techniques and is used in long-distance swimming. The fourth one, we have the butterfly stroke. The butterfly stroke is a stroke in which the arms are raised out of water and lifted forward to get out of water, then go down through the water in a circular motion while using an up and down leg movement. And then the last swimming style, which is the breaststroke, is the one the arms and the leg perform simultaneous movements. The arms pull when the legs trail, and the legs drives when the arms extend. Now we have facilities in swimming. Now what are facilities? When we talk of physical and health education, we have facilities, we have equipment. Now what are facilities when it's connected to physical education. Facilities are those permanent structures that are used in the play of physical activities that cannot be moved from one place to the other. So we have one of them as example, swimming pool. So we have facilities in swimming pool. This, like the swimming pool, is an artificial facility. We have the natural facility, which can go for river, the stream, and so on and so forth. Then we have the equipment in swimming. That's, we have the life jacket, the floaters, the life buoy, the tires, the swimming trunk, and the swimming goggle. These are the equipment. It has its length as 50 meters long, 21 meters wide, and 2 meters deep. The number of lanes is 8. It is important to have the services of a lifeguard. And who is a lifeguard? A lifeguard, as you can see here, is a rescuer who supervises the safety and rescue of swimmers and other sports participants in the swimming pool, water park, beach, and so on. Lifeguard is also defined as an experienced swimmer employed at the beach or pool to protect bettors from drowning or other accidents and dangers. Right now, we have the duties of a lifeguard. Number 1, the lifeguard oversees activities in aquatic facility. 2, he assists in swimming lessons. 3, he explains and enforces rules and regulations and policies to ensure safety. Then 4, he monitors designated areas to recognize signs of danger. Now the 5th one, he warns swimmers regarding unsafe situations. And now we have here life-saving devices. These are the saving devices that can be used to save, people that are falling into trouble while swimming. We have the life jacket, the life buoy, the immersion suits, rescue boats, and hand flares. Then we have 10 safety tips for swimmers. These are the ones that must be adhered to by every swimmer to ensure safety. Now, every swimmer must do the following: look and read signs posted in swimming areas and follow safety informations. 2, never swim alone. 3, walk and do not run. 4, look before you dive. 5, do not dive in an unknown pool or when you do not know the depth of the pool. 6, there must be no horseplay in the pool. These are the ones children do most. They go to the swimming pool, they will just play, and push each other at the shore of the pool. Assuming you put somebody or fall inside the pool, when you're not ready, you can get drowned. Now we have the last one: start swimming from the shallow part of the pool, so that you'll be sure at least your leg will be very close to the depths. And now we talk about hygiene. Hygiene in swimming pool is very important. It's very, very important. When we talk about hygiene in pool, we're talking about cleanliness. The pool must have to be cleaned, regularly cleaned, and kept tidy always. This will prevent swimmers or bettors from contracting waterborne diseases. Now, we're going to look at the assignments. We look at the assignments, but before I go to the assignment, I want to, recap. Let's look at what we have talked today. We talked about swimming, and we said that swimming is one of the aquatic activities we have. We look at the various styles in swimming. First, we look at the fundamental skills, which is adjusting in water. 1, 2. We have breathing technique. We have buoyancy and propulsion. From there, we look at the various swimming styles, which we explained. And from there now, we look at the various facilities in swimming, equipment, and then we went to who lifeguards are and their various responsibilities. And then the various 10 tips for swimmers. All those safety tips every swimmer must have to adhere to. And now we come to the assignments. Now this assignment must be properly done. Read whatever you have and now do the various assignments. Remember to put your name, the class, and all that is necessary to be put there. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you very much, and go ahead and keep reading your books. Thank you very much.